Hello again. We're going to be talking feed mixers today. And let me tell you, this little machine right here is as handy as a pocket. Now, when it comes to feed mixers, we all know that they're good. They mix feed for you just the way you want it. But in the past, they were large, expensive to get, and it was something to think about, but hard to do. Well, now this is different. With this little machine right here, with this little mixer, you could put it in the corner of your barn and mix the ration that you want for your horses, for your cows, for your goats, or for your show animal, for whatever need you may have. So first thing first, let's talk about this little mixer. This mixer right here is electric. You do not need a tractor PTO to run it. It comes with a 5 horsepower engine, simple switch on and off. This switch is fused to protect your wire and your circuit. It plugs right into a 220 plug inside your barn. It comes with a 12-foot cord, and it could come with a larger cord upon your need. The plug could be made to fit whatever receptacle you already have. Okay, now to move this machine around to get it where you need it to go, it has 3-point connection. So you can hook it up to your tractor and move it, put it where you need to put it. Once it's set, you're ready to go to work. It has a manual discharge door. After you get your feed mixed, you open your door, you put your bucket right here, fill it up, and take it to your animals. We're going to go ahead and plug it in and run it, show you how it works. Now, if you like to mix grains, certain grains for your animals, it usually takes about 5 to 10 minutes. Just have your ingredients ready, throw them in as the machine is running, and it'll get them mixed up for you in about, like I said, 5 to 10 minutes. But if you're like me and like to add a little bit of hay to your feed, such as this, then I would turn the machine on and put the hay about half of this bale and let it run for about 10 minutes, and then throw the other half and just let it run for another 10 to 15 minutes to chop it down small enough to where it could mix with your grain. Now, the reason why you put it half and half, if you put the whole thing at one time, it will overflow and you will have to sweep around the machine and put it back in. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to demo this. We're going to throw some hay in it and get it going. Now later, we're going to do a video to show you guys how to figure out your percentages when you're doing your ration, but that's a different talk. Right now, we're just going to throw this stuff in there and get it to mix and show you what it looks like after it's been mixed. But later we'll have a different video to help you out once you have a recipe how to figure out all. We went ahead and plugged it in. Now before you flip the switch, always make sure that you come down here and you take a look inside and make sure that there is nothing inside of it that does not belong, like a chicken, a goat, a bag, or something that just flew in there that's not supposed to be there. So we're good, we're clear to go. Now, you can hear it. It's as loud as a loud washing machine, but that's as loud as it gets. So what we're going to do, we're just going to take some hay. After I put the hay in and let it run for about 20 to 25 minutes, let me just get you a little bit closer and show you what it looks like. Alright, now I'm going to talk about the mix that we do for our horses. You can do your own mix. As I mentioned earlier, here, we add a little bit of hay. I usually put about 40% hay in my feed mix. So that's why I put it in the machine and let it run for about 25 minutes. Now I'm ready to add the other ingredients. I add alfalfa, rolled oats, cracked corn, and soybean oil. The soybean oil does two things for me. Number one, it helps the ingredients stick together a little bit better. Number two, it gives a little bit of fat for the horses and a lot of sheen to their coat and their hooves. And I like the way it makes them look. Now, if you're mixing feed with less hay, this is what it would look like. This has about 10% hay, 30% corn, 30% oats, and 30% alfalfa. Now, I mix my feed with a little bit more hay than this. I put about 40% hay, and I'll show you what it looks like. Looks and it smells good. Now after we put all the ingredients in, it's time if you want to add any minerals, supplements, medication, now would be the time to throw it in. So this is what it looks like. This is about 40% hay, 20% corn, 20% oats, and 20% alfalfa. For my horses, it's good enough. You could make your own mix. And the oil that I put in it, it's about 1.5%. It helps get the stuff to stick together a little bit better. And it keeps the machine on the inside, the walls and the blades oiled so it doesn't rust. Now you could add molasses and you could add some other stuff that would make it stick together a little bit better. I myself, I don't like the wet molasses, you know, especially in the summer with flies and all, but whatever works for you.